if you are anywhere in the Northeast, you knew that yesterday was a big game. The Eagles, of course, Philadelphia Eagles won, especially if you're in South Jersey around the Philadelphia market. You know that it was a huge day. And I know everybody I know from Philadelphia has been partying all night long because now it looks like their Eagles, not it looks like, in fact, their Eagles are going to be going back to the Super Bowl, a rematch from 2 years ago against the Kansas City Chiefs, a Super Bowl that they lost by 3 points. Yesterday, coincidentally, they won by 3 points in this matchup yesterday that they had. So now they go all geared up against the Kansas City Chiefs once again, Super Bowl 59. Our Mike Black is in to tell us all about what we can expect. And Mike, I'm not a big sports guy, but I'm a big food guy. So I can talk all things Super Bowl food. So you tell us the sports aspect. I'll tell you what to eat around those aspects of the game. How about that?
Well, yeah. Well, I'd like to start with food too. One of my favorites is a pepperoni roll that my wife makes. It's kind of like a stromboli, and I hate admitting this on the air, but I could probably eat 2 whole loaves in one sitting. So,
Wow.
that's my go-to. It's the next best thing to pepperoni pizza, and wings are always a good one. But we'll see what happens with the Super Bowl. I mean, the Eagles fans are wild. We'll see where it goes. I'm hoping that the Chiefs get their 3rd straight win, which has never been done before in Super Bowl history. So hopefully that's what happens. I really am a fan of Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to, as a Giants/Jets guy, I'm not big into football, but I am a North Jersey guy. I really don't want to see the Eagles win, as much as I hate to say that. I do want to see the Chiefs win and come away with their 3rd straight.
Oh, let's see what happens. But yeah, you know what? Listen, I just see in my head what will happen if the Eagles were to win.
Yeah.
The Eagles fans are not genteel, let's
No.
say. Yeah, these are, I mean, I'm sure they're nice people, but I don't know that I would invite them into my home if my elderly parents were here and I wanted to have a little dinner party. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think the Eagles games bring out the worst in them. They could be great people on the one hand, but it's like, they turn into the Hulk when they're in front of the television or they're at these Eagles games. They're totally different people.
They beat people up. They throw them over.
They do.
Seriously, they throw them over balconies.
Yes.
They assault. They shoot them. They're not all Eagles fans, but this does not happen with like the Jets. Okay,
No.
There are big Jets fans, but
No.
this does not happen with the Jets. It's something about the Eagles fans. You're right. It's almost like they feel that we have a license to do this, and I think because Philadelphia, even though it's the 4th largest market in the United States, it's still perpetually in the shadow of New York. And maybe this is the way that South Jersey and Southeast Pennsylvania fans, this is their way of saying, oh yeah, New York, we're bigger than you. I think they're trying to show something, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's like the hoagie crowd against the sub crowd, the pork roll crowd against the Taylor ham crowd. I'm Team Taylor ham all the way. I'm North Jersey.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I love it, hoagie. You know what's funny? I come originally from Westchester County, New York, from New Rochelle, which is right on the border of the Bronx. Mm-hmm. And we call hoagies, they call them hoagies, grinders, heroes, right?
Yeah.
You know what they call them where I'm from?
No.
They call them wedges.
I don't think I've ever heard that. Grinder I've heard in like the Connecticut area. I have heard grinder before, but
I've
never
heard of subs.
Yeah, subs, obviously. Right. It's shaped like one. But what, ledges with an L?
No, wedges, like wedge of cheese or whatever. So
either way,
if you go,
I've never heard of that.
It's northern Manhattan, the Bronx, Westchester, and parts of Rockland County. Outside of those areas, you will never hear the term wedge. And when I was growing up as a kid, that's all. We never called them anything but a wedge. So when I heard people say, "You want a sub?" The heck is a sub? I had no idea what it was. But yeah, wedge is just an Italian, usually an Italian. Maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe because I'm thinking it may have looked like a wedge of Parmesan cheese, or so as I figured, call it a wedge. But
the other thing is, I never realized how Jersey Taylor ham is. You try to explain Taylor ham to somebody from New York City, it's like you're from a different planet. I try to explain it like it's a breakfast spam or something like that. How else do you explain it to somebody who's never had it before? But
that's actually a great definition, because I always, the way I explain it as a foodie, I say if you've ever had spiced ham at a deli, it's spiced ham meets Canadian bacon. Yeah, it's sort of a marriage of the two. So it's good. I mean, I'm not a crazy guy for it, but it's okay, right? Yeah. But I guess fried like bologna goes good on a on a bagel in the morning, or
Yeah.
an English muffin or a roll with an egg and some cheese. Gets you into
Yes,
it
and
really
I get made
fast. So.
fun of at the deli now, Ken, because I live in South Jersey and I order Taylor ham, and everybody down there refers to it as pork roll. So I get the blank stare. Yeah, they know what I'm talking about, but they give me a little, they make fun of me a little bit for that one.
And let's explain why it's called Taylor ham, because Taylor was the company that invented
Right,
the
right.
what is generically
It's
called
like
pork
it's like
roll
Kleenex and tissue,
and
or
tissues.
jacuzzi and
Exactly.
hot tub. Yes, one's a
Right.
generonym and one is the brand, or the
Exactly. And
actual
we
thing.
all we
Yeah,
all use the term
yeah.
Kleenex all the time generically. And my grandmother as a kid, she had a Frigidaire refrigerator, and she
Yep.
would say
It's a
always, no matter what
Frigidaire.
brand she eventually had, yeah, go to the Frigidaire and get such and such. That
Doesn't
was
matter. Parents say, get
exactly.
off the Nintendo. I could be playing Sega. I could be playing PlayStation. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Mike Black. So, all right, we're gonna be excited as we get closer to the Super Bowl. I know we're gonna be checking in with you more and more between now and then, and we'll find out. I mean, like, what are we looking at? We're just looking at seeing if any of the players, heaven forbid, get injured in their personal lives between now and Super Bowl 59. That's the only thing that could potentially throw this, right?
Yeah, they got to be careful these next 2 weeks. I mean, the Super Bowl used to be played a lot earlier in the year when I was a kid. Actually, sometimes on my birthday. I remember, I think that the Super Bowl in '91 with the Bills was on my 5th birthday. But now they got more rounds in the playoffs or whatever it is. They play it later. But over these next 2 weeks, they're going to have to be prudent and be ready for the Super Bowl.
And Mike, by the way, in case you didn't hear earlier, today is his 39th birthday. Squeeze him on the cheek, squeeze the cheeks there, Mike.
Last year, my 30s.
What are your plans for today for your birthday?
So we're going to this Brazilian steakhouse in Belmar called Flames. Where they bring the rod out and they cut it off the. I've never been to one of those. I always wanted to go for the experience. So my wife and the rest of our family, we're going to go, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's fun. And they
Yeah.
give you a little chip. You have to put a chip up or down, or they give you like two different colors. That way it tells the people who keep coming around whether to keep giving you food or not, so it doesn't get wasted.
Oh,
Because after about
fantastic!
the third round, you're like, I
You're
can't eat
full.
anymore. I can't. It's great food, but it's just a lot. So,
Yeah, it's
and
a
when you
lot.
consider how much food you're eating for the money, I don't know how they make money on it, because there's just so much food that comes on your table. Well,
Uh,
enjoy it, my
I'll
friend.
close them
Give you
down
a
tonight.
birthday
Yeah.
movies.
Thank you
That's
so
it.
much.
Close them down. Enjoy it.
Thanks for having me on, Ken. I appreciate it so
Thank
much.
you for coming up so early. I appreciate you
Of
very, very
course.
much, Mike. Have a
Of
great
course.
day. I
You
really
as well.
appreciate you.